do you feel is the impact on the communities of Alert Bay, Cortes Island, and Sointula?
It's going to be devastating to lose the credit union in these three communities. On Quadra, they're losing just one day, but in three communities, you're losing the banking system. And a credit union is more than a bank. It's a place that people have trust in, they feel ownership of, they feel they belong to it. You're not just banking there. So you've lost a lot of trust as well. And these are communities that are really struggling. They don't need to be hit in this way. We're already dealing with excessive ferry fares. We're dealing with increases in hydro, increases in MSP. And now to be told that you can't even have your own credit union working on your island on your behalf, it really has left these communities devastated.
What have you heard from the Coastal Community Credit Union Board, if anything at all?
I've addressed my questions to the Chief Executive. I haven't talked to the Board about this yet, and I'm meeting with the Chief Executive at the beginning of May. What I've heard from him is very clear. He's talking about the fact that the credit union can't afford to keep these branches open, and it's not in the interest of its members to keep these branches open. What he's clearly forgotten in this, and what his board, who has approved this closure, have clearly forgotten, is that people who live in Sointula, people who live in Alert Bay, people who live in Cortes, and people who live on Quadra are all members of the credit union. Like the people in Nanaimo, and like the people in Campbell River and Port Hardy, wherever there's a credit union, you're a member of it, and you don't just wipe out a whole group of the membership.
How can the people help and get involved?
People have already started getting involved very clearly by supporting the move to have the special general meeting. Got immediately got a petition together with a significant number of signatures very quickly. What we need to do is make sure that when we get this special general meeting that will come from the approach to the credit union, when we get this special general meeting, that every member votes to ensure that these changes don't happen, that we can keep these open, but that they talk to their friends in other communities. They talk to their friends down in Campbell, they talk to their friends in Victoria, they talk to their friends in Port Hardy and say, you've got to vote also. Don't just throw this in the bin. Go to your credit union, take that mail-in ballot, vote, make sure that we can keep all our credit unions open.
Is there anything you would like to add in regards to these matters?
I think what's so disappointing is that this is being done by a credit union. We are members of credit unions because we believe in the cooperative nature of credit unions, that we believe we're members, that we have shares in this, that we own this. And to have our communities that are very, very vulnerable, those island communities that are already facing such pressure of few jobs available, of the cost of access to the communities, to have this central part of the infrastructure being taken away from it, I think is really very disappointing for a credit union to be doing this.
I know you had indicated that you had talked with the Chief Executive Officer of the credit union. Has there been any ability to approach the board, more particularly the board chair? They are the leaders who are supposed to, well, they're entrusted with the values of the credit union. Have they responded to you at all, or have you made contact with them? I
haven't made contact with them, and they've not got in touch with me either. I think that we've had comparative silence from the board on this. Most of the voices come from the Chief Executive Officer. I would hope that the board would take ownership of this and would act in the interest of the members. It's very sad that this comes so soon after a board election and wasn't raised before the election that this might be happening, because I think there'd been much more engagement both from members around the islands as well as from the board members before the election.
Thank you.